Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're diving into something that's, well, it's not really science fiction anymore, is it?
Not at all.
It's this invisible layer, AI, and it's already shaping our tech, our phones, how we remember things. It's moving incredibly fast.
The pace is really something.
So our mission today is to try and make sense of all these AI advancements. We've looked at recent articles, some research, industry news.
Trying to cut through the noise, basically.
Exactly. Give you the important stuff, focus on the practical questions, the bigger picture. We've got three main areas.
Right.
AI in our phones, these emerging memory glasses,
Interesting.
and then the environmental cost, which often gets kind of hidden.
Yeah, the hidden footprint.
So as we go through this, maybe keep these questions in mind. What are you okay with carrying in your pocket or even wearing on your face, all for convenience? And how do you balance that against, well, privacy, sustainability, big questions?
They really are. It's striking how fast AI went from just a concept to, actual features we use every day. The ripple effects are huge.
Absolutely. So speaking of what's in your pocket, let's start there. Google's Pixel 10.
Okay.
They're really pushing them as AI phones. Seems like they're trying to leapfrog the competition. But this isn't just a small upgrade, is it?
No, it feels more like a foundational shift. The Pixel 10, it's built on new hardware, Google's own Tensor G5 chip.
Right, the custom chip.
Yeah, designed specifically for heavy on-device AI stuff. And it runs their Gemini Nano AI model.
Okay.
So that combination, it really points to redefining what a phone can do. AI isn't just an app anymore, it's like baked into the core.
So if the hardware and the AI model are changing things that deeply, what does that actually feel like when you use it? Can you give us some examples? What's new?
Well, one big one is Gemini Live with visual overlays.
Okay, what's that?
Imagine you're traveling, right? You hold up your phone, and Gemini Live doesn't just translate a street sign. It actually highlights parking info on the sign in your language.
Right.
Or, say you're looking at a box of tools, it can point out the exact wrench you need right there on your screen. It's like this interactive info layer over the real world.
Augmented reality meets practical AI.
Exactly. Then there's Magic Q. This thing gives you proactive suggestions based on context.
Proactive how?
It's like a super smart Google. No, really integrated. If you're messaging someone about dinner, Magic Q might just pop up, suggest a restaurant, offer to call for a reservation, maybe even check your calendar to see if you're free.
Oh.
It's really trying to anticipate what you need based on what you're doing or talking about.
That's almost spooky levels of helpful. You wonder where it draws the line, right?
Yeah.
Or whose data helps it learn my needs. What about photos? Everyone edits photos.
Right. So they have conversational AI image editing, features like Ask Photos and Camera Coach.
Ask Photos. You just talk to it.
Pretty much. You can use natural language like ask Photos to remove the glare or add sunglasses to someone, or even just say, make this look better.
Okay. Make it better. I like that.
Then the Camera Coach part helps you frame shots, suggests compositions. It even has a get inspired thing for ideas. And it can analyze group photos, pick the best one, or, merge the best faces from a few different shots.
That group photo thing is useful.
Yeah.
What else?
Another one that could be a game changer is Voice Translate.
Okay.
Real-time translation during calls. And the key thing is it tries to keep the speaker's original voice.
Oh, that is key. Not just a robot voice translating.
Exactly. Makes it less weird. It supports English to and from Spanish, German, Japanese, French, Hindi, Italian, Portuguese, Swedish, Russian, and Indonesian.
That's a pretty solid list. Huge for business, travel.
Definitely.
But you still wonder, right? Even with a perfect translation, what cultural nuances get lost? And with all this AI image stuff, deepfakes are a worry. How do you know what's real?
Yeah, good point. And that brings us to C2PA content credentials.
C2PA.
It's a standard Google's putting right into the Pixel cameras. It basically establishes where a digital file came from and if it's been edited. It embeds verifiable metadata. Think of it like a digital fingerprint that tracks the image from the moment it's taken through any AI changes.
Okay. So transparency for AI edits.
Exactly. Helps you figure out if what you're seeing is original or if it's been, tinkered with.
So the big picture here for you, the listener, is this level of convenience we haven't really seen before. Your phone isn't just a tool anymore. It's becoming more autonomous. It anticipates you, acts for you. It's not just about making things easier. It actually changes the relationship you have with your device. More like an assistant.
Yeah, it's a definite shift. Less about commands, more about proactive help. Blurring the lines between tool and, I don't know, integrated companion.
Okay, so that's the pocket. But what about AI on your face? Now things get maybe a bit more intense. These Halo smart glasses from some Harvard dropouts, apparently.
Yeah.
And the promise is big.
Yeah, the promise is huge. You talk about infinite memory, making you super intelligent the moment you put them on.
Infinite memory. How?
Well, they continuously record audio around you and transcribe it.
Continuously.
Yeah, so you get real-time memory recall, heads-up info. They use Google's Gemini for, like, math and reasoning and Perplexity for web searching stuff.
So give me an example.
Okay, say someone asks, what's 37 to the power of 3? The answer could just pop up on the little display in the glasses instantly. Yeah. It's like having this constant digital layer augmenting your brain, basically.
Okay, that sounds incredibly powerful. But infinite memory, continuous recording. I mean, the alarm bells are ringing pretty loud here. What are the immediate privacy red flags?
Well, the big one is, unlike Meta's glasses, Halo X has no external light. Nothing to tell other people they're being recorded.
Seriously, no indicator light.
None. Even though it's recording and transcribing every word. They say the audio files get deleted after processing, but still.
Still recording everything.
Exactly. Privacy advocates like Eva Galperin at the EFF are really concerned. They warn about normalizing this kind of, secret recording, eroding privacy expectations.
And legally. Isn't recording people without telling them illegal in some places?
Absolutely. In two-party consent states, it is. And Halo's stance is basically, it's the user's job to get consent, which seems tricky.
Yeah, putting the onus entirely on the user. What about data security? Where does all that transcribed text go?
That's another major question. Where is it kept? How secure is it? Who sees it? Halo claims end-to-end encryption.
Claims?
Yeah, but without providing, independent proof, they say they're aiming for SOC2 compliance.
Okay, what's SOC2 again?
It's basically an independent audit checking how a company handles customer data based on security, privacy, confidentiality, etc. It's a good standard, but they're not there yet. They're aiming for it.
And didn't these founders have some history with controversial tech before?
They did. They previously made something called iXRAY, a facial recognition app for Meta's Ray-Ban glasses.
Oh, right.
And they apparently showed how easy it was to dox people just by testing it on strangers without asking.
Yikes.
Yeah, and the founders themselves even acknowledged the risks, saying something like, some dude could just find some girl's home address on the train and just follow them home.
Wow. Okay, so for you listening, the implications here are massive. Right. You've got this potential convenience of infinite memory, but weighed against really serious ethical and privacy issues. What lines are we okay crossing for this kind of AI help? It's not just personal, it affects everyone's expectation of privacy in public.
Yeah, that constant recording, even if the audio gets deleted, it changes the whole social dynamic of a conversation, doesn't it? The balance between augmenting yourself and respecting others' privacy gets really, really thin.
Okay, so whether it's in your pocket or on your face, this AI cush, it leads to that bigger question.
Right.
What's the environmental cost?
Right, the hidden part.
Let's look at that. Google put out some numbers recently, didn't they?
They did. They published estimates. Said a typical Gemini text prompt uses about 5 drops of water.
5 drops, like 0.26 milliliters.
Yeah, and 0.24 watt-hours of electricity, producing about 0.03 grams of CO2. They point to efficiency gains in their data centers.
5 drops of water sounds tiny. Almost nothing. Is that the whole story?
Well, that's the number Google gave. But here's the catch. Experts, people like Xiaolei Ren and Alex de Vries, they say those claims are pretty misleading.
Misleading? How so? What's missing?
2 main things, really. First, indirect water use.
Okay.
Google's 5 drops only counts water used directly for cooling inside the data center. It completely leaves out the water needed to generate the electricity that powers the data center in the first place.
Ah, the power plant water.
Exactly. Ren says Google's number is just the tip of the iceberg. Previous research suggests the total could be more like 50 milliliters per prompt, not 0.26. Generating power, especially from certain sources, uses a lot of water.
Right. Okay, so that's water. What was the second thing?
Incomplete carbon emissions data. Google uses what's called a market-based measure.
Which means?
It's based on their commitments to buy renewable energy, often through credits, but it leaves out the location-based emissions.
Location-based?
Yeah, that reflects the actual energy mix, clean versus dirty, on the local power grid where the data center physically is. Experts argue that location-based gives a much more honest picture of the actual fossil fuels being burned right there, right then, regardless of credits bought elsewhere.
Okay, so even if one AI query gets more efficient, the total impact could still be shooting up because we're just using AI so much more.
Precisely. And that leads straight into the Jevons paradox.
Right, explain that again.
It's the idea that as technology gets more efficient, we tend to use more of it, sometimes wiping out the efficiency gains or even increasing overall consumption.
Okay.
And we see that with Google. Despite making individual prompts more efficient, their overall ambitions-based carbon emissions went up 11% last year and up 51% since 2019. Why? Because they're expanding AI like crazy.
Wow, so efficiency gains get eaten up by massive growth.
It's like running faster on a treadmill that's speeding up.
This really throws up a huge question, doesn't it? How do we actually measure, let alone reduce, the environmental cost of this AI boom if the basic numbers are being, well, debated and maybe selectively presented? We need a clearer picture.
Absolutely. There's this tension, right, between the rush to innovate and the need for real accountability. Without full transparency on these environmental costs, it's easy to miss the true price tag of progress.
Okay, but AI isn't just about our phones or the environment. It's spreading everywhere, changing whole industries, how big tech operates. Let's do some quick hits, see where else it's making waves.
Sure. First up, creative stuff. Meta is teaming up with Midjourney.
Oh, the AI image generator.
Exactly. Meta's licensing Midjourney's aesthetic technology. The plan is to integrate it into Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, the Meta AI app, basically to make the AI images generated on their platforms look better.
Interesting. What about businesses? How's AI changing things there?
Well, Apple's rolling out new tools for IT departments, giving them really fine-grained control over which AI tools employees can use. Like, can they use the company ChatGPT account? Which features?
Control and security for businesses.
Right. IT can also decide if AI processing happens on the device itself or in the cloud, more data control. And they're adding device management for Vision Pro, too.
Makes sense for enterprise.
Yeah.
Now, what about the big players, the compute race?
Yeah, Elon Musk's XAI has some huge plans, talking about running the equivalent of 50 million NVIDIA H100 chips within 5 years.
50 million, that's enormous.
It is. It's all part of this compute race. Right now, XAI and OpenAI are maybe around 200,000 H100s each. Meta's aiming for 600,000. Wow.
And XAI is also open sourcing its Grok models. Grok 2.5 is out there. But there are questions, If Grok 4 starts incorporating what Elon thinks, how transparent will that be?
Yeah, the idea of an AI reflecting one person's biases or views, that's definitely a conversation starter. What about Google Search? That's so fundamental.
Right. Google AI mode in search is evolving. It's moving beyond just giving answers.
How so?
It's adding agentic booking.
Meaning it books things for you.
Yeah, like restaurant reservations, local services, event tickets. You can give it detailed requests, it checks availability in real time, and links you to book.
Okay, so search becomes more of an assistant, a doer?
Exactly. It's rolling out to over 180 countries in English, with personalized stuff in the U.S. A big step towards AI managing your tasks.
One more. Any interesting startups?
Yeah, there's SRE.ai. They came out of Y Combinator.
What do they do?
They're building AI agents to automate complex DevOps stuff, managing workflows across AWS, Google Cloud, Azure, Salesforce.
So automating the tedious tech tasks, pretty much. Freeing up human engineers from what they call death by 1,000 cuts, like fixing metadata conflicts so they can work on bigger problems.
So putting all these pieces together, it's kind of fascinating. AI is becoming this invisible layer everywhere in consumer stuff, but it's also this huge battleground for control. Massive investment by the tech giants. It's reshaping everything from art to IT infrastructure, constant change, constant new challenges.
Well, yeah, the sheer breadth is amazing. From super personal AI like the glasses to the fundamental cloud stuff SRE.ai is tackling. It just shows the scale of the shift. Everyone's placing huge bets.
Okay, so for those of you listening, especially if you create content, maybe deep dives like this, videos, newsletters, we've got a tool and a prompt that might seriously help.
Yeah, the tool of the week is Descript.
Descript. I've heard good things.
It's pretty revolutionary for audio-video editing. The core idea is you edit the transcript, like a text document, and it edits the audio or video file accordingly.
Wow, okay.
It does automatic transcription, obviously, lets you zap map filler words, IS with one click, generates captions, does screen recording, remote interviews.
Nice.
And it even has AI voiceovers, so you can patch missing words or even generate whole sections if you need to. Plus, it's all collaborative, cloud-based, really streamlines media production.
That sounds incredibly useful, especially cutting down editing time. Okay, what about the prompt? Right, the prompt of the week. This one's an expert editor prompt for ChatGPT. The goal is to turn, say, a long 1-hour webinar transcript into a punchy 2-minute highlight reel.
Okay, I can see how that would be helpful. How does it work?
The prompt basically tells ChatGPT, you're an expert editor. Here's a 1-hour transcript. I need a 2-minute highlight reel script. Find the core ideas, pick out maybe 3 really insightful or emotional moments, give me timestamps, and suggest some short transitions or narration to link them up smoothly. Structure it clearly so I can easily build a reel in Descript or whatever.
So it does the heavy lifting of finding the good bits.
Exactly. Great for video editors, podcasters, marketers, anyone needing to pull compelling clips from long recordings without spending hours scrubbing through it. Saves a ton of time.
Definitely a workflow accelerator.
And that kind of brings us toward the end of this deep dive. We've covered a lot of ground.
We have.
From the excitement of phones that know what you need before you do, to the really tricky ethics of those memory glasses.
Yeah, they always on recording.
And taking a hard look at the environmental costs that often get glossed over. Plus, how AI is just weaving itself into everything, business, content, infrastructure.
The connecting thread seems to be this relentless speed of innovation, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
And that constant tension between, the cool new convenience and our responsibility collectively to think about the downsides. These aren't just abstract issues anymore. They're becoming real choices we make, sometimes without even realizing it.
So here's a final thought for you to take away. As AI gets embedded deeper and deeper, becomes more invisible in our tech, how much should you be thinking about what you aren't seeing? Like the full environmental cost behind every search or command, the real privacy trade-offs of that helpful feature, the biases hidden inside the algorithm.
Yeah, what's not being surfaced.
Exactly. What new skills, what kind of literacy will you need to navigate this world? And, maybe more importantly, what's your role in demanding more transparency from the tech that's shaping so much of your life?
Food for thought.
Definitely. Thanks for joining us for the deep dive.